And welcome to the Whensday Warm-Up. The Whensday Warm-Up is powered by The Insights Show. I am your host, Lee. For those of you who are watching for the very first time, welcome to Insights Land. You know, and if you haven't done so already, please like, comment. Please just help a sister out, okay? Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you know when we are on. So the Insights Show is an informative podcast that has 6 shows, yalla daily, from Monday to Friday. We are just coming through with the news. I was trying to rhyme there, but it failed me hopelessly. But anyway, that's not my forte, as you can clearly see. Anyway, without any further ado, we've got a jam-packed program. Yeah, I don't want to waste any time because, you know, I don't want to waste your Wednesday morning either. You got to get right straight into it. But we're going to kickstart your Wednesday with a wonderful show because we have an absolutely gorgeous, amazing, phenomenal, extraordinary, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious guest. But first and foremost, my co-host, Jessa. How you doing?
Hi, Sister Lee. I'm all good, eh? Can't complain. Life's good. Die lewe gaan aan. Things are moving forward.
LG, life's good.
You know. Yeah, I know.
You lekker.
Lekker. But yeah, good morning to all the viewers out there. Hope you're doing well on this lovely Wednesday morning. Whether you're waking up now only, you're at the right place. Whether you're on your way to work, you're still at the right place. If you are at work already, you've been at the right place. That's what's up, eh?
Lekker.
Yes.
But I don't want to waste any time, so I'm going to get straight into, because time is of the essence. We heard about, you know, not wasting time and but. And we want to get people just now, like a few seconds ago. Do you not listen to when I talk? But anyway, without any further ado, I'd like to introduce to you my gorgeous, radiant guest, Leche. How you doing, girl?
Hi, everyone. I'm doing really spectacular today.
Awesome. So I wanted to find out, is it Leche Tangee?
Yes.
Okay, so I got it right. Man. I wasn't like sound some Leche Tangee.
People actually butcher my name instead of the surname. So they get the surname right, but it's the name.
So,
Leche.
Leche.
Like, and there's an apostrophe at the end for a reason. Eh?
Yes. Yeah, no. Has anybody ever butchered your name? Your name is fairly straightforward.
My name.
Yeah. I mean, Jessie. What are you going to say?
Cheese.
What? Say?
Cheese.
Cheese.
Jeez.
Cheese.
Or Jesse.
Jesse.
Okay, yours has the apostrophe. Yes. Yours doesn't. So you don't have that.
They just spell mine wrong.
Oh.
They spell
so with an I.
I-E or with a Y. But they, half the time they never double S-E.
Double S-E, yalla. Double S-E.
Double S-E.
Mine also, some people also just mess my name up. I mean, the Afrikaners say Leandra because obviously I was...
That's your name in Afrikaans.
That's my name in Afrikaans, I guess. You know, in high school, my Afrikaans teachers were always like Leandra, and most of my teachers were Afrikaans. And then it's Lindra.
Sound like a car.
Lindra. I'm like, yeah?
Lindra.
What?
What car do you drive? I drive a Lindra.
One time somebody sent me an email and they were like Lirato. Spelled it Lirato. So I was like, I'm not too sure. Maybe they were sending it to somebody else. But in my signature, my email signature says Leandra. So I replied and I'm like, kind regards, Leandra. When they replied to that reply, they were like Lirato. I'm like, okay, I'm going with Lirato. I've got an Afrikaans name. It's Leandra. I've got, I don't know what is Lirato. Is it Zulu or Xhosa but I've got a vernacular name, Lirato.
Yeah.
And then I guess, what is the origin of my name is from where? Latin or something.
I think it's Latin.
And then it's Leandro. It's the female version of Leandro. So anyway, it's a variation. My yellow Leche and G's.
With me, a lot of the time when I say my name, they never ever just say Jessie. They always say Ches first. Ches. Yeah.
So when they
ask like your name, I'll say it and they say, oh, Ches.
Okay, Ches.
I'm like,
Okay, so guys, I want to start off with an icebreaker. So, Leche, first and foremost, before we do the icebreaker, right, I just want you to give a brief introduction. Who you introduced?
Yes,
There's the English.
She'll be dry.
But a brief introduction
There we go.
to who you are, what you do, and what you want to be doing.
Love that. So I'm currently studying at Wits towards my theatre and production degree. It's my 3rd year this year. And I'm also doing psychology on the side.
Okay.
I've been working at Aldos FM for the past 3 years,
Ooh,
I
girl.
suppose. Yeah, as a newsreader. And then my dreams are of opening my own institution because I want to be a drama therapist. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, so helping people through the medium of drama.
That's awesome. I like the way short and concise, like this is who I am, this is what I do, and this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And you did it perfectly, girl. I can see news anchor. We're like, hey, we don't have time. Don't come here with gang stories. Just tell us what you are here to report on. So that is who Leche is. We're going to specifically be focusing on the drama theatre production side of who you are, who Leche is. You multifaceted, multi-talented. But we want to specifically focus on theatre and production and then acting, okay? But before we get into that, because you are a thespian, okay, so we're going to do a game real quick. So what's going to happen is my producer will put the first slide. She will put it up when I ask her to. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys each a card,
God.
a card, and so it's called so it's an improv game. You do improv a lot, ne?
Bye.
A lot. I mean, if you are not doing improv, what are you doing, right? So we're gonna do it. Jesse's also used to improv. He was in the drama team.
I do improv.
He was in the drama team, so we were both part of a drama team, the factory's drama team called Scripture Base, and so we did a lot of improv as well. Like literally every week would be an improv session. So we're going to do a quick game of improv. And what's going to happen is you guys are going to have between the two of you, and then between the two of us, and then between the two of us, and we're going to crit each other on the interaction. So some of them are short, some of them are long. So what you're going to do is I'm going to give you text messages that was shared between people, right? And then you each going to have the same one. I'll say, okay, you are the green and you are the white, and then you guys will read it as that, but it mustn't be like text message. It must be like you're having a conversation with each other. So there must be emotion, there must be facial expressions, voice variations, voice the donation. I'm critting you guys seriously, ne? This is a drama
test.
assessment.
Oh,
Okay, so please
What
take it very a drama assessment.
Okay.
And I'll tell you when to turn around because I don't want you to go through it in your head. It must be improv. Okay. So I'm gonna give it to you. Then what my producer is gonna do is she will put it up when I ask her to put it up. So right, I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, and then you're going to go and you're going to, but I want like emotion. You don't have to rush through it. With drama, you can take your time, right? Feel the scene. Silence is golden. Those moments, feel it, You wanted to ask a question?
So when we turn around, you just go for it? Or do we first discuss, okay, you're going to be this? And
No,
I will
I'm going to
this?
tell you who's who.
Okay.
Okay. So, Leche, for this one, you green. Jesse,
Navy grey.
you are white. Okay.
I'm
3.
colored, actually.
Okay. I appreciate that. Clarity. 3, 2, 1, action.
Mama, I got A+ in chemistry.
Do I say the full word?
No,
Yeah?
you say the abbreviation. You say the abbreviation.
I'm just making sure, family show, okay? What the F?
No, that's just say
Oh,
double.
WTF, well done.
Mom, what do you think WTF means?
Well, that's fantastic.
Well done. Good. I'd say I would give that 4 out of 10 because Jesse was a bit, flaky there. He didn't really feel the scene that much. He wasn't really familiar and stuff like that. And also, I don't think he hasn't yet mastered being a mom, and so that's something that he needs to probably
to
go
work
and
on,
work
eh?
on.
Yeah,
But
no.
I'd say overall
get
it was
home.
good. I love the fact that there was both of you in the voices. There was variation. There was nice intonations and stuff. And I saw that Jesse tried to go a bit for that Constantia mom vibe, which
Just
was a plus on
slock,
his
you
side.
know.
But you were so excited, A plus. So awesome. For those of you in the chat, let us know, what do you think they got out of 10? 10 stars. Or must we do it 5? 5 stars.
Five
I think
stars,
10 is
Yeah,
a bit
5, so 4. Yeah. Well,
so that means that you got, okay, fine. I'll give you 3 out of 5 for that one. 3 out of 5. Well done, because you didn't really know, so you
Yeah.
know. Okay,
That
cool.
was a test.
And when last did
We do
actually
improv.
do this?
That's true. And this is different. We've never done text messages. So this was a conversation between a mom and a daughter, as you could probably tell. Right. So next one
We
is
keep
gonna
this one
be
side?
yes, Leche and I. Chase. So
Does it,
you will
does
be
it?
critiquing us.
Yes.
I don't know which one this is, but it's yeah. Okay. So it's the just check which one this is there. Okay.
Okay. With this
it's
one?
number 2. Okay. So Leche, are you ready? Which one is who? Who's who here?
You'll be wit. You'll
Wit.
be blue.
Okay. Okay. Wits.
Because
I'm
I think
from
this
Wits.
is like iMessage.
Okay, I'm
now.
from Wits this time.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. Want to come over?
Hmm.
No one's home.
Be there in a few minutes.
Okay,
I'm here. Where are you?
I told you. No one is home.
Wow.
Okay. Right.
Go
Wow.
Pew 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 pew. Chess.
Okay. So
What?
that was
Out of 5.
that was real lovely. I like the ending there.
Yeah.
It was. I never saw the plot twist coming.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, it was a very good plot twist.
Yeah.
I'll give you. I'm very lenient,
Yes.
I like you guys.
Wow. Thank you.
So I'll give you a 1. I'm joking, man. 5. I'm joking. I'll give you a 4.
Number 1. We are number 1. Yay.
I'll give you a 4.
4 out of 5. Okay.
Yes, I'll give you a 4
Okay,
out
cool.
of 5.
Okay, so next is Jess and I.
Okay.
I think that this one is going to be, yeah. So here we go. Jess, that's yours. This is mine. So just have a look at it, because I'm not too sure which one that is.
Okay. Blue,
Okay.
white.
Yes. And
I'm
then
blue.
tell
Yeah.
me, so you blue? I'm white. Okay, cool. When you ready, Jess? You ready?
I don't think I'll ever be, but we can go.
3, 2, 1.
Dude, what is your street name?
Lil Marco.
You live on a street called Little Marco.
Oh, you meant my address.
I don't mean.
I love that.
Street name, bro. They know me as Lil Marco up in these streets.
I only got it now.
Wow. Pew, 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 pew. The penny dropped. The shade. He said, what is your street name?
I'm sorry. Oh, okay, I got it.
Okay.
That's 4. I
4.
loved it.
4.
I loved it. Yes.
At that ending, the
4.5.
the little bit of a spice
Yes,
was
I loved it.
necessary. Ne?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
cool. We're going to do one more. So the
What?
one more is going to be between the two of you once again. And this one is 2 sheets. So the first
Yeah.
one. Okay. But it's one text message, but it's just, it couldn't fit
It's
on
just
one
Oh, okay.
card. Right. So let me just check quickly. Okay. This time.
Yo, that time looks long, eh?
Very well.
Yeah. Okay. So you will be white.
Okay.
And you will be blue. Okay. Right. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, baby. Sorry for what happened this morning.
Hi, this is Ashley's dad. You might want to run.
Why?
Because she just left the house with a baseball bat.
OMG. Thank you. It was nice knowing you.
No problem. Nice knowing you too, son.
Nice. Okay, cool. No, that was good. I like the flow of that. So I would give you guys 3 Also, 3 out of
you
5.
blame
Maybe we
it
could've-
3.
3 out of 5. Well done. I liked it. No. We want to produce good quality actors here in South Africa, ne? So we need to crit each other properly so that we can properly do the things that need to be done to the system.
I
of the
retract my
television.
4. Negative 2.
Zero. But thank you so much for playing along. That was fun. I don't know. I had fun. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, no, I had fun as well.
You were just sad about the rating.
Yeah, no, you know what?
Okay, that was
I wouldn't want you in my Uber.
Sure. Pew. Okay, guys. So
I'm judging it. I see your tank isn't full. That's 1 star off.
you did.
When I got you didn't open the door for me. Another star.
The way that you greeted me
Yes.
sounded a
Didn't
bit.
pass me the aux.
The music,
Another
don't
star.
like the music.
Yo. Nah, guys, I'm not that bad.
You
I
play that
promise.
music. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, no. I actually vibe with that. I like it.
The
It
taxi
is-
music.
It makes me like excited. Like
No.
let's go.
Let's go.
Ding, 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 ding. And then the driver's like, slow, bro.
So easy.
But Leche, let's hear all about it. First and foremost, your introduction to the arts. Where did it start? How did you know this is what you want to do? After high school, we're confused. We don't know what we want to do. Then we want to do marketing. Then when we were young, we wanted to be accountants, lawyers, doctors. All of a sudden it changed.
Or
We
take a
didn't take a gap year. So how did it start for you? What was the journey like?
So it actually started in grade 5 for me.
Sure.
Yeah. I remember my father and I we were just playing around with like what my hobbies will be. So I remember I did dance classes. I enjoyed that, but it didn't last for a while. And then I also did creative classes. I loved that. So we did that. And then he enrolled me in drama classes. So every Saturday after, we would go to drama classes at the Helen O'Grady.
Okay.
And I absolutely loved it. Like, I was always considered this shy girl, and it was hard for me to come out of my shell, you know. But I think drama really released in me that confidence that I
Yes.
didn't know that I needed. So I did that for like 3 years.
Okay.
And then I went into my teacher, actually, my creative arts teacher. She was like, wow, I really love your acting. Actually, join us for the drama things. So we were a couple of students that came together, and we formed a drama club at primary school. And then I went to NSA, and now I'm studying
Okay.
at Wits. So
Okay. So if there's people always say, so if you aren't gonna, if acting doesn't work out, because especially the older people,
You love them.
they're like, okay,
What you
son,
falling back on?
what are you falling back on?
Plan B.
What first and foremost, I don't want to ask the question like that. I want to ask you, what do you do with critique like that?
It's obviously a hard pill to swallow, because I know the reality of this industry, and but I remember there was one time Losha Cooper actually came to our school, and I remember she told us for you to make it in this industry, produce, write, actually take up those roles. Don't depend on anyone. And I think entrepreneurship was always my go-to. So no matter what, I think I will always fall back on the fact that I will make my own opportunities.
Okay.
So I don't know if that answers the question.
It definitely does.
Yeah.
So, Jess, maybe you have a question before I go into the next segment of things.
No, I don't really have anything right now, Libby. I'm going to be quite honest with you. I go with the conversation.
Okay.
And then the questions flow off, so you know what I mean, girl.
Okay, maybe there's like
I
new
think as I first need to
understand.
and get to know more about
Yes.
who the person is.
Yeah.
And then, I can start forming that.
Okay, cool. So apart from acting and producing, and we'll get to the production side now. You said that you started off, you were bitten, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what we call it. You know, we were bitten by
the
the
bug.
acting bug. You know, when it gets you, it gets you. It's not some kind of bug that you can work out of your system naturally, you know, or easily. So you get bitten by the acting bug. You see these. You going to the drama classes. You get enrolled, or you join the drama school, the drama team, and you are in it now. How do you marry your expectations with the reality? Because oftentimes we've got it like completely, especially when you're young, when you get bitten at that age, because that's the same with me. You know, I was bitten at that age. The first play that I went to go see, I'm not too sure what was it. I think it was,
Mamma Mia.
no. It's a hard knock life for
Annie.
us. Annie. Yes, I think that was my first one, and I think it was at the Joburg Theatre, or at the Kids Theatre. I'm not too sure when it was, but I was very young. But I remember parts of that production like it was yesterday, and I was bitten by it, and I was like, "That is what." I mean, what does people are like? So, what does a 5-year-old know? What does a
Yeah.
6-year-old know? But there's something about that's the reason why we vividly remember when people's like, "How would you know that that's what you wanted to do?" But you vividly remember things that you enjoyed. Just for you, maybe it was soccer. You know, you cannot describe it to somebody, but you're like, I just knew this is what I want to do forever.
I think that's what makes that difficult is it's not the norm. Because like you
Yes.
said in the start, your parents want doctor, accountant,
Yes.
all these type of things.
Especially
So-
in our generation, and maybe for you, because you're a bit younger than the two of us, so
Yeah.
maybe with you, your parents were more open to it.
But
But
with us, it was like, no, you first need to finish school. But if they had to look at it differently, if I came to you and I said, this is my passion, this is what I want to do.
Yes.
You should have directed me in that direction then and put me in maybe in a school where
Yes, an academy.
An academy or something where they focus more on that type of things. Because I'll never forget. I don't blame my father for it, but
Yes.
I'll never forget. I think I was 11 or 12. So I used to sit online every single day
Yeah.
looking at football academies in the UK, in Spain, different places.
Yes.
And the one day I actually sent invitations out to the different academies
Sure.
to be
By
invited
yourself.
by myself, yeah. To be invited into the academy to come and trial for this academy. And I actually got a reply from Arsenal the one day. And they're like,
Yo.
look here, we're hosting trials on this day, whatnot. You're more than welcome to come through. We'll host you and all that stuff. I went to my father and same thing. It was a whole thing of
What
you
you
have to
gonna fall
focus on
back
school
on.
first and all that
Oh,
type
yeah.
of things. And then as time went on, they're like, okay, this is clearly what he wants to do. Let's start sending him out. But by that time, it's like,
it's almost too late.
it's almost too late
Yeah,
now.
yeah. So, like in that situation, how do you marry the expectation with because the expectation is beautiful, it's glamorous, it looks nice from the outside, but the reality, like you were saying earlier, is you know how cutthroat the industry is. But how did you marry the two that you now major in something like drama, performing arts, and theater?
I think just being content with the fact that your time will come and the right things will attract you. Like, I like to associate it with my belief system.
Okay.
And I know that God knows what I want. And I need to have faith that that is what I will get. Because I have put in the hard work. I've done everything possible. And I need to have faith that He will do the impossible. So I guess just having that faith in Him.
So, were your parents always supportive of the dream?
Yes. Like, it's crazy. Like, because sometimes it makes me so emotional because I understand that I've gone through so many auditions. It was always no's, but they're so supportive.
Because they could have said, like, I'm in Leche, come on,
It's
you're wasting
time
your
now.
time.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? And they were always there for me. And I appreciate them more than anything. And that's how I know that I am walking in purpose because, yeah.
So Instagram versus reality. I'm going back. I'm framing the question a little different. So for those of you who are watching, you might think that I'm asking the same question over and over, but I'm framing the question differently because I want to get somewhere. Instagram versus reality, right? Once again, in the industry looks very glamorous because you see mostly A-list actors
Yeah.
living the dream.
Yeah.
They've got all these Instagram followers. They've got the big
All the brand
gigs.
deals,
They've
all-
got all the brand deals. They're on Netflix. They're on Showmax. They're on Amazon Prime. They're on Disney Plus now. You know, things are happening for them, but you always see the same faces in the industry over and over and over again. Now it's Instagram versus reality, and it takes a mental knock on an actor. You mentioned earlier that the auditions, it's a no after no after no after no. You get more no's than yeses. That's just the not no's. You get more no's
Nosy.
than yeses. How do you stay sane? Because what it does is, you know, that acting is a lot of it, and I'm glad that you said that you also major in psychology, because a lot of acting has to do with psychology. In fact, like the basis, the foundation of acting is with the psyche. You know, what are people feeling? In order for you to embody a character, you must be able to visualize and imagine what that character's world is like. So much of it is to do with the psychology of it. So my question to you is, how do you stay psychologically fit so that you don't lose the essence of acting, so that you can still continue for the next audition? You now not, because it's easy to feel that some type of way, like, you know, now you were just rejected and you thought you were going to get that, you were maybe shortlisted even, and then you're like, I'm going to get this.
I'm almost there.
And then you don't get a call back again after that. So maybe you did get a call back, you were shortlisted, but you don't actually get the call back. How do you stay psychologically, mentally fit?
I think I remember there was one time in high school, right? I was auditioning for this physical theater piece, and I was like, yes, I'm gonna get it. And then the cast list was posted on the walls, and I wasn't there. I remember I ran to the bathroom, and I bawled my eyes out.
Yes.
And immediately what I did was I phoned my mother. So she just reassured me that, like, listen, you are fine.
Yeah.
You just need to, next time you'll get it.
Yes.
You know, so I think my advice would be definitely surround yourself with people who will always just support you through that, and
Yes.
reach out to those people when things really do get tough for you.
So a good support system is
yeah.
very vital as
Yes.
an actress,
You-
because it can be lonely. It's a lonely journey. It's a lonely journey. It's nice. I mean, I met Leche at our agency's end of year party, and it was nice to be around artists once again, and, you know, finally a space where people understand. Because, like, we there and we pouring our hearts out to each other. We're like, yes, I also go through that. Because what happens is, and I mean, it's, you know, it's people's blissful ignorance. They don't know how it is. On Friday's show at the Gabfest show, which is our Friday time slot, 9 to 10 is the Gabfest time slot. And the ladies were talking about the industry, right? But none of them are in the industry. But they were talking about the entertainment industry. So the topic was the SA's finest, you know, the most influential woman in South Africa. And then they mentioned these influencers. DJ Zintle was on there. Tyler, the girl that was now recently proud of her, you know, for the things that she's doing. So young, and she's already like at Dolce & Gabbana, you know. And then they were also talking about Nadia Jafta and all these celebrities, Bianca Lagrange, and they were saying how tough it is to remain relevant in the industry, because now you also have to compete on the social media front. You have to now, apart from just being an actor, you must also be an influencer. Now, the question that I ask you is, do you feel the pressure from a social media perspective to portray a lifestyle in order for people to be accepting, or at least like you, or, you know, to basically to be accepted by people? Do you feel the pressure from the social media side?
Of course, every single day. Like, and I think in terms of marketing as well, it does show. Like, obviously the difference between having 500 followers, and marketing your thing there, as opposed to having 10,000 followers, and marketing your show there. So I think definitely the pressure is there. And I think, I don't know. It makes me sad sometimes, but yeah.
So I was saying on the show on Friday, I was telling them that it is very difficult, and I can empathize, not even just sympathize, I can empathize with fellow artists in the industry that, you know, don't necessarily get all they've been in the industry very long. And I think about our veterans that have been in the industry for years. Now, unfortunately or fortunately, times change, technology advances, and you can't just say, yeah, but I'm not that person, because that's what I had. First, I was resentful towards the change. I was resisting the change. And I was resentful toward the fact that, now we must now come here and we must now be influencers. I don't want to be an influencer. I want to be an actress. That is what I want to do. I want to be a producer. That is within me. Why must I now still come and focus? But we have to realize that times are changing. That is where the industry is going to. And if you are resisting, you're going to fall behind. And I think it's very important to stay relevant. So now when it comes to producing and writing, you have recently written your own production, and it was for, was it an assessment that you did at Wits, or was it just
so basically
independent?
It was definitely independent.
Okay.
It's what we consider the O-Week Festival, right?
Okay.
So it's basically for the first years, for them just to have like this moment to witness their fellow second years, third years, fourth years perform in this festival. So, and it's actually a competition as well.
Okay.
So the winner gets to go to the Makanda Festival, which is big, right?
Yes.
So I was basically competing against 13 other shows, if I'm not mistaken. 13 other shows, and the winner gets to go to Makanda. So
So tell us more about your production. It's called Junior.
Yes.
It is written by you and it is directed by Vian Smith.
Yes, my best friend.
So, Vian Smith, I think it might be the same Vian Smith that I know.
Okay.
So, I'm not too sure because the person that I acted with, his name is also Vian Smith.
Oh, okay.
And we were in a production together called Beauty of the World. And so we performed together. But tell us more about Junior, and then I'll show you a photo. I'm going to try to find a photo, and I'm going to ask you, is this the Vian Smith? Okay. But continue. Tell me about Junior. What is it about? How did it come about? What was your idea? What did you want to achieve? What was the overall thing? Was it a one person show? How did it go?
So initially it started off as a poem. I wrote it as a poem.
Oh yes, you said that you write poems, is that right? When I met you. Was it you that said so?
I don't remember.
No, it's not you. It's somebody else. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
So first I wrote it as a poem. It was just an idea that came up, and then I wrote it as a poem. And then I remember I had so many conversations with my other friends about this amazing idea that I had that is now a poem.
Okay.
And they were like, wow, like I'm so
mind
inspired.
blown.
Yeah, like I've never heard this before. And that actually motivated me. And then we got the thing for O-Week. That there's going to be O-Week, so please send your production proposals through. And I was like, is this my chance?
Yes.
Okay. And I remember just writing. And then, that process was lovely. And then I was approved. Like they said, yes, we love this idea. And then, I think it was the second week of January. I sent Vian a message. I'm like, Vian, we have to get going.
Yes.
Because this means so much to me. And I really want this to be so successful.
Yes.
And because it's basically about a mother that visits her son in prison, and she questions him as to if he stabbed another learner at school. And he's telling her, no, I didn't do this. But she's caught between the world of, I don't believe you because you colored, and this is how colored children act. And okay, I do believe you because this is what you're telling me. Yeah, and I don't know you like that. So it means so much to me, because like we don't normally see this kind of work and kind of representation in theater especially. So I was telling Vian, like, we need to put in the work. We need to be excellent. We need to stand out.
Yes.
And I also, in the beginning, I wrote it in English. And as we were like rehearsing and as we were on the stage, I was like, hey, something is missing. It's missing something. And then I rewrote it in Afrikaans. Only because, the whole thing, I rewrote it in Afrikaans only because I felt that the representation again.
Yes.
And I was so scared.
It was not authentic enough.
It wasn't. Like, does your mother speak to you in English?
Well, sometimes growing up, I was spoken to in English,
Yeah.
but our household, my parents are both Afrikaans, so the Afrikaans comes through strong, especially
Exactly.
serious situations.
Yeah.
Die Afrikaans kom
Exactly.
sterkheid.
Exactly. So I was like, I need to capture
Yes,
the authenticity of
the situation.
this people,
Yes.
and I was so scared because not a lot of people understand Afrikaans, and that's the
true.
reality.
That's true. And
So,
and I
yeah.
mean, I guess the demographic is mostly black.
Yeah.
So Vernac would be their first or second language, and
Yeah.
not necessarily Afrikaans. Maybe a bit of Afrikaans, but also there's a resistance in Afrikaans amongst. That's the reality of our country as well. So then there's that. So I want to show you quickly. Is this Vianney's there at the back? Tall guy there.
It is.
Okay, so yes, yeah. So we performed together, Beauty of the World. So nice. That's such a
awesome.
small world.
Right? I'm gonna tell him about this.
You must, and he must watch as well.
Yes. He
Um,
will.
So all of this happens, right? And you are writing, it's the writing process. So now how did you transfer? Because it's difficult. I know because I write as well. I'm a writer as well. And that is like my first love, actually. No, actually, it's acting first love. And then, but writing is like, there's just like a fulfilling experience that you have. But now turning it from a poem into a play,
Yeah.
is it very difficult? Was it difficult to navigate? How was that?
There's a lot of ideas that I had to cut.
Oh, okay.
Because I remember I also wanted to create this workshop vibe.
Mm-hmm.
So even like we had the script coming into rehearsal.
Yes.
And then as rehearsal continued, we had to cut a lot of the things. We had to-
Ah,
so not everything makes the cut, but yeah, I think it is difficult. It can be difficult, but it is doable
okay.
if you are motivated by the right reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So that story, that narrative really motivated me. Like, this is what I want to say, and this is what I want them to hear. So, yeah.
So did you have autonomous creative direction over it? Or because I know that Vian came in as a director, but
Yeah.
I mean writing it, but basically producing it. Did you have autonomy over that process, or did you collaborate with other artists and industry folk?
I remember I had times in my rehearsals where I would call in other directors, and they would help me as well with the writing. Just maybe not that, this.
Yes.
So I had my best friend Tabo Johnson, and then another person that I know, Charlton Brown, who's also in the industry.
Okay.
So I had them come in during different times just to help me
Yes.
get it. Yeah.
So do you believe that collaboration is important in the industry? Like how you did with your friends, that you could call upon to just get a different eye? Or do you think that, no, I can do this by myself?
Oh no, I definitely I do believe in collaboration, because also as humans we are flawed,
Definitely.
and there's also, you need to be, as actresses, you need to be open to crit.
Ooh.
And I think it's hard sometimes because we think we're there, but
Yes.
you need to humble yourself to receiving, and in that process then you will be able to grow as an actress. So
No, it's very important. I mean, you're going to get a lot of rejections. If this is
Yes.
the industry that you want to go to, and I want to speak to a young, or not even just young, but a budding performer or actor that wants to enter into the industry, you must know that you're going to, and I've said this before on my show, that you are going to be rejected a lot. And it's going to take your self-esteem will take a knock. Your confidence will be laying on the floor sometimes, and then you must pick it up, dust it off, wipe it nicely, and just move on with it again, build it up. So it's important to do that. It says here on the poster that it was written and performed by you.
Yes.
So was it a one-person show?
Oh yes, definitely. It was a one-person show, so I was definitely doing the multi-role,
Yes.
playing the son and the mother at the
Yes.
same time.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a challenge.
Yeah, I
but
know.
we got there.
So you are obviously theater trained.
Yes.
So I guess the Shakespeare came through strong there, dabbling in that role.
Yeah.
But speaking about the methods of acting, what method would you say? Do you have a specific method that is your favorite, or are you able to mix and mesh all of them together, pick parts here, pick parts there to create different characters depending on the situation and the script?
I think I definitely mix and match sometimes. Like I do a bit of method acting, and then we just go back to, because I for this role I studied a lot. I study people, so you have to observe, like really. Okay, so fill in the blanks. Basically, ask yourself. Okay, so where is she going? Like what's her favorite color? Like small things, that
Yes.
that really help you fill in those blanks. And I think it was a bit easy for me to create the mother because she exists in our every, when you go to
Yes.
church, as I auntie very cook sisters mark, like it's we see her in our everyday life. I think for me what the challenge was getting the son, because he's so bietjie grof, like
Yeah.
so I had to get him, but
Hy's grof, maar hy's nog sy ma se kind.
Yeah.
So you have to like marry the aggression and the softness and the sensitivity,
Sensitivity,
the
yeah.
vulnerability.
Yeah.
Sure.
So just by studying people and also filling in those questions again, and then the method acting really always helps.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So psychology is also something that you are majoring in, right? And you said that you want to do drama therapy.
Yes.
So how important do you think drama is for building character? I'm not just building a character for a drama, but building people's personal character. Because like you said earlier in the show, you said that you were a very shy girl. And oftentimes people say that, I'm so shy, I get stage fright and all those things. But how can drama facilitate in breaking down those barriers and those boundaries, unhealthy boundaries, not because healthy boundaries are important, but those unhealthy boundaries that we create around us to ward off people and situations and confrontations? How important is drama in respect to, in relation to therapy?
Oh, very, very, very important. And I think with this, like, doing this production created a level of vulnerability in me that I didn't know. Like, I had so many walls up, but to break down those walls and just to understand people from different levels.
Yes.
Because once you get into character, you're able to understand them in their flaws, in their strengths and weaknesses, and you're really able to, wow, like, this is a really complex person. I really, and that's how you start, like, your view on people really start to change. So I think for me it creates a level of awareness
Yes.
that you don't know that you need, but it's very essential in
And I mean, awareness, some people would call that empathy, which is very important.
Very true.
Right?
Yes,
We hear that word often in the industry. For you to be at least a well-rounded performer, you have to be somebody who has empathy. Although we do have a lot of narcissists in our industry, which is the truth and it's the reality, and narcissists can mimic empathy, but there needs to be at least a good understanding of what it means to put yourself in somebody else's shoes, because that's literally what we do. As performers, we're putting ourselves in somebody else's shoes, and we are performing. We are giving audiences a view into that person's life, which is again a reflection of self. The audience sitting on the floor, you must at least be able to solicit some kind of response from them. What are you feeling now? Can you relate to this character? Those kinds of things. But moving forward, what do you see yourself doing? You in your third year now. Are you going to continue pursuing? You obviously maybe you don't know yet if you want to do honors masters to continue educationally to climb the ranks, or do you see yourself entering the industry? Have you done, first and foremost, have you done any work mainstream outside of school?
No,
Not yet.
not yet.
So commercials, film, television, none of that yet.
Literally, no.
None of that.
Yeah.
So you still have a clean slate, but you've got so much experience behind you.
Yeah.
But what do you see yourself? What do you want to achieve? Where do you want to go? Because I believe that having a vision is important. You must know exactly what you want to do with your future. So what do you foresee happening in the future? Where do you want to be?
So I do want to do my master's, I know that I need to do it because to be a drama therapist,
Yes.
you need like 2 years of psychology. And
Okay.
to be registered with the health board and all of those things. So I do want to do my master's. But in doing my master's, I want to teach because I love working with children. I love imparting knowledge.
Yes.
And it's just a passion of mine.
Yes.
So that's what I want to do. And then, yeah, after doing my master's, I then want to open my own practice in drama therapy. And we don't have drama therapy
No,
in
we
South
don't.
Africa.
We really
at
don't.
all. So it would be a nice introduction because I feel like as South Africans, we have a natural way of expressing ourselves through our body. So just to,
Yes.
Yeah.
So last week Thursday we had Bianca Lagrange. I'm not too sure if you're familiar with who she is. So Bianca Lagrange is one of our, I would say she is a household name, She's an actress, producer, director, writer, singer. So she's mostly known for her singing. She did Idols, the very first Idols season. So she's got years of experience. And she also has a passion for teaching. And I guess that as in this industry, that's definitely one thing I've learned. And I'm glad that, it was your teacher or something like that said to you, you must be able to do all things. You must be able to do, the one, Losha came in and she said, you must be able to be holistic
Yes.
entertainer. So that means producing, directing, writing, acting. I even spoke to a director now the other day and he was also telling me, he's like, listen, don't depend on the acting. You are going to sit without a job and you are going to be angry and you are going to be resentful. So do other things, get your hands. We don't have enough female directors. The industry is obviously, it's picking up for female directors in South Africa. So we are seeing a lot of those. So it's important to be well-rounded and holistic, to have a holistic approach to this industry. But what advice could you give to somebody out there who wants to enter into the industry, drama or whatever, but maybe they're too old and they don't necessarily want to go to school again, they don't want to go to college or whatever the case may be? Or even just somebody who doesn't know what to do. They're in high school now, and they love acting, but they're not too sure. Do they love acting just to watch the dramas and the soapies, or do they actually want to be an actor? What advice would you give them? That's your camera over there, so I would like to ask you to speak directly into your camera. Go for it.
I think my best advice that I can give you is definitely create. Whether that be a poem, you don't know what it will inspire. You don't know what it will elicit in you, to create. But definitely start somewhere. And definitely start it off with personal experience. I think that can definitely motivate something in you that you didn't know. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. That was great advice. I look forward to seeing more of you in the industry. We are part of the same talent family. So,
Yes.
like we said when we had the closing party last year, and I was like, I hope to see you working together on set sometime.
Sure, yeah.
But do you only want to do theater, or are you also interested in film? Do you want to do film as well, television?
I would like to branch out into film as well. I think that would be lovely. And I think that's the only way that you're really going to make money in this country. So
Yeah. The uptake of theatre is very slow.
very.
And not a lot of people have an appreciation for theatre.
This is factual, yeah.
And a lot of theatre practitioners, a lot of thespians, they feel that way. And I agree 100% with them. Because I'd also say I never went to university for acting, but I've been doing acting my whole life. And I would say that I'm theatre trained because I had a theatre practitioner train me. And I went to acting. I go to acting classes. I believe that you must. Acting is a muscle. You have to constantly work it. Don't think that you're just going to come here and you're going to jump straight after 2 years and then you're like, I'm back in it. You're going to fall flat. You must constantly work it. But so I would also say that I'm theatre trained, but I don't see myself necessarily only doing theatre. But there's so many of our actors out there that's brilliant theatre performers, and they make brilliant theatre productions, works of art, but it's not appreciated in South Africa. What advice do you think we can give to South Africans, especially when it comes to respecting the craft, because it's definitely a craft and it's something that needs to be respected. What advice could you give to us, to people to go and, or motivate people to go and watch more theater? Where do we go to watch theater, for instance? Because a lot of people generally do not know.
Yeah. I think it boils down to our economy, because I feel like it's not funded enough. It's not appreciated enough by our economy, so it can.
So it starts at top level, actually.
It does.
It starts there. Our Minister of Arts and Culture needs to
step up.
I don't know. I don't think there was a new Minister of Arts and Culture in the reshuffle.
No,
I don't think so. But anyway, whoever that is, I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to feign ignorance. I do not know who that is. But hey, come on now. Step it up, man.
Step it up. And then I know if you follow the Johannesburg Theatre page, like they always have things going on. Even the Market Theatre, sometimes they hand out comms, so you just need to look out for that. Because I feel like it unleashes in you a different level of just thinking about things and looking at things that come together in a very beautiful way, like lighting, costume. Those are all hard work, months and months of hard work that you get to really see. And
so apparently our Minister of Arts and Culture, it's Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, is Minister Zizi Kodwa. Mr. Zizi Kodwa. Okay, now we know.
Cool.
There we go.
Thank you.
And our spokesperson is Masichaba Ndlovu, Mrs. Masichaba Ndlovu. So maybe we must go and knock there at the doors and say, hello guys,
let's do something.
We are here, please see us, please give us a voice. But thank you so much, Leche, for giving time to us to share your insights. We really do appreciate it. I believe that because this show, the purpose of it is to inform people, it's to give insight to people out there, and you definitely did a sterling job. For that, I give you 5 stars.
Awesome.
5 stars for the overall performance. Thank you so much, and I pray that God blesses you, that every endeavor is a success, and that you stay in alignment with His purpose and with His plan, because you are guaranteed to succeed.
Amen.
That is a guarantee. There's no way you can fail. Yes, you might have rejections, but those rejections are not an ultimate failure.
Amen.
It's just, okay, I got something to work on. Move on from there. That's something that I have learned, something that you have learned, and it's something that you out there can learn as well. So thank you so much for joining us today. Those of you who just joined, or you now at the later the stage of the show, please I'm asking again. I asked in the beginning of the show. I'm asking again. I'm almost begging, but please like the show if you did. I also don't want to force people, because if they didn't like it, they didn't like it. But even if you dislike, click that dislike button. It's gonna help the algorithm. So please subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It was a complete honor being in your presence this Wednesday morning. Much love. Until next time. Sorry, my co-host had to leave. He had an appointment, so that's the reason why he slipped out of here. So we do apologize for that as well. But until next time, I'm sure you're going to help me. I've got a signature on my show when we say bye. Then we go, bye. Okay, so I'm going to say until next time, bye. Awesome.